India, with a population over 1.20 billion, is ranked 130 among 189 countries of the world in the terms of the Human Development Index. With the composite HDI value of 0.640, India finds herself grouped with the countries showing a medium human development. In this chapter, we will be discussing about the HDI in Telangana, economic dimensions in Telangana, health dimensions in Telangana. Human development is a constantly evolving concept. The method for assessing human development also needs to undergo refinement in sync with the changing requirements. Telangana region has an area of about 1.12 lakh square kilometers and a population of about 3.5 crores. The percentage of urban population in Telangana region is the state average of 27.08% and India's is 27.08%. If the population of Hyderabad were excluded, the degree of urbanization comes down sharply. Telangana has a low rural population density, low land productivity, the semi-arid conditions of Western Telangana and the high percentage of forest area in the northern and eastern parts of Telangana are responsible for sparse population distribution in this region. The social infrastructure is important for improving the social and human capital in any economy. In this regard, educational levels and the health conditions of the people are important, for which the basic infrastructure regarding is considered of education and healthcare institutions. The basic principles of economic development confirm that the human beings are at the center of certain for sustainable development. Human development has been thus a bidding concern in the process of economic growth. The underdeterred by the complexity of divisions of the combined state, expenditure on welfare schemes in all the districts of Telangana indicate rankings in Human Development Indices of 2011 and 12 is better than the previous reference of year 2004 and 5. Over the time, the index value of the human development increased from 0.402 to 0.537 and further to 0.666 over a period. The index value have improved for all the districts, but the rate of improvement varied from district to district. In terms of ranking that indicates the relative position of district of the state, some districts like Medak, Rangareddy, Mehboob and Nalgonda had improved the rankings consistently over the three referred periods. The districts which have shown consistent slip of their positions over the reference periods were Nizamabad and Adilabad. The rate of change in HDI values during 1991 and 2001 was higher in those districts which had lower HDI levels in 1991. This indicates that the backward districts improved more than the relatively better developed districts in the state. Those districts with lower HDI value in the base year have shown a better improvement during the last 1.5 decade, that is between 1993 and 94 and 2007 and 8, as compared to those with the higher HDI values in the base year. Medak slipped from 9th to 10th and Mehboob slipped from 8th to 9th during the period 2004 to 5 and 2011 and 12. Correspondingly, the districts of Nizamabad improved its position from 10th to 8th. Among the middle ranking districts, Nalgonda district slipped its rank from 5th to 7th, while Khammam improved its position from 7th to 5th. While the overall HDI ranking in Telangana state has shown positive trends, the data reveals that the need for emphasis in the certain areas. Economic dimensions of human development in Telangana. Medak, Rangareddy and Hyderabad attained a higher gross district domestic product than that of the state during 2004 and 2011. Except Medak, the other two districts have shown higher levels of HDI values with ranks 2nd and 1st respectively. Despite the achievement of the highest growth in GDP, Medak was ranked the lowest in the human development in 2011 and 12. This may be because the higher growth in Medak may not have resulted in improvement in household consumption. The growth of GDP in Nalgonda, Nizamabad and Karimnagar district was slightly lower than that of the state. Out of these three districts, only Karimnagar had achieved a higher level of HDI with a rank of 3 in 2011 and 12. Mehboob Khammam, Warangal and Adilabad achieved growth rates of GDP ranging from 8 to 10% lower that of the state. These districts, except Mehboob achieved a middle level of human development. Thus, the economic growth has not shown any significant impact on the level of human development across the districts of Telangana state. The growth of industry and the service sector contributed to the growth of the economy in 7 out of 10 districts. The growth rate of agriculture was higher than that of other sectors in Karimnagar, Nizamabad and Mehboob districts. Status of literacy across districts of Telangana state. The literacy rate in the state is not very encouraging. Only 66.5% of the population were literate during 2011 and the state was categorized as a middle level of literacy state. Hyderabad and the Rangareddy stood in the first and second position with 83.2% and 75.9% literacy respectively, and Mehboob with 55% ranked 10th. Improvement in literacy between 2001 and 2011 was 8.5 percentage points. The regional literacy rate bring out that while the overall literacy rate in Telangana is only 66.5%, literacy rates in Telangana excluding Hyderabad are the lowest, 55%. It has made significant progress in the gap in literacy rate in Telangana excluding Hyderabad has been progressively declining since 1971. The literacy rate of the state is 66.54% in 2011 as against 58.1% in 2001. Although the gender gap in literacy in the state is narrowing down as a result of improvement in the literacy rate over the period, and the growth rate of literacy was found to be faster among the female when compared to their male counterparts. There is a still significant level of difference, around 16 percentage points in 2011 between the male and female literacy rates. Literacy rate were lower among the SC and ST communities as compared to the other communities. While the overall literacy rate was 66.5%, the corresponding rates among the SC and ST communities were 58.9% and 49.5% respectively in 2011. Education infrastructure. There has been an improvement in the education infrastructure indicators in the state. Around 87% of the schools had drinking water facilities and 75% of the schools have separate toilets for the girls during 2011 and 12. But wide variations were observed across the districts. For instance, in Adilabad, Mehboob Medak, Nalgonda and Warangal districts, a lower percentage of schools have drinking water facility than the state average. A lower percentage of schools have toilets for the girls in Adilabad, Mehboob Medak, Rangareddy and Warangal, which was lower than the state average. Telangana also has a larger number of higher schools and higher secondary schools and higher enrollment in these as compared to the other two regions. At present, there is a greater demand for higher education in Telangana districts. The higher demand reflects the catch-up process from a lower base and could be correlated with improving income levels in several Telangana districts. At the same time, reservation and fees reimbursement policies have enabled many first generation learners from SC, ST, BC categories to enter college education. Such students and their parents have extremely high aspirations of getting a decent employment, preferably in the public sector. Improving the maternal and the child health and their survival are central to the achievement of the National Health Goals as well as the Millennium Development Goals 4 and 5. The infant mortality rate is an important component of mortality indicating the health status of the newborn. The infant mortality rate at the state level was the 43 in 2011. The IMR was lower than the state average in Hyderabad, Rangareddy, Karimnagar and Warangal. The IMR among girl babies was lower than among boy babies, except in Hyderabad. The differences between the male and female IMR was 4 points at the state level in 2011. The gender gap was higher in Nizamabad, Adilabad and Medak. The IMR declined by 2.86 percentage points per year between 2004 and 2005 and 2011 and 12. Nationwide, the MMR has dropped by 34 points from 2012 in 2007 and 9 to 178 in 2010 and 12 to 167 per lakh live births in 2011 and 13. Telangana becomes the fourth best state in the country with the lowest MMR rate after Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. Across the districts, Adilabad, Khammam and Mehboob recorded MMR above the state aggregate during the 2011 and 2013. On the basis of the present rate of decline of 11 points per annum, the projected MMR for Telangana will be 56 by 2013 and 15 and 38 after 2016. The pace of decline in fertility was slower till the first half of the 1980s, but thereafter there has been a rapid decline in fertility in Telangana. The decline in fertility was achieved primarily through contraceptive use, almost slowly through female sterilization. District-wise, total fertility rate projections indicated that a woman in Telangana state on an average had 1.8 children in her lifetime. The districts which reported the fertility rates over and above replacement levels were Medak and Mehboob in 2013. We noted that the fertility differences have narrowed down miserably among the women with a higher level of education and the women across the location and the social groups. The nutritional status is a major determinant of the health and the well-being of the children. Inadequate or unbalanced diets and the chronic illness are associated with poor nutrition among children. There is a percentage of children below the age of 5 classified as the malnutritioned according to the 3 anthropometric indices of nutrition all status: height for age, weight for height and weight for age. According to DLHS-4 2012 and 13, the lowest rate stunning was reported in Warangal district followed by Nalgonda. However, the highest rate of stunning was recorded in Mehboob followed by Nizamabad and Hyderabad. Wasting was the lowest in the Hyderabad followed by Mehboob and the highest rate was reported in Warangal followed by the Karimnagar and Khammam. Telangana has been with negative variations in quality of life in all the 4 years of study, and the total variations were negative 0.009. In Women's Status Index, it has more than the state value index only in a 1 year 2001, while negative variations are noted in the other 3 years of study. One of the fundamental goals of the government is to generate growth yet create high quality of jobs in the state. A necessary condition for this is a ruddy supply of labor. The labor force participation rate, which is the percentage of all those aged 15 years or more who are either currently employed or looking for the employment, is a measure of the labor supply in the economy. According to the periodic labor force survey conducted by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation in the state was 55.1%, which has the higher than the national, that is 50.2%. Crucially, the female LFPR, which is also a measure of female empowerment and agency, was much higher in Telangana than in India. For those in the labor force, the unemployment rate, that is the share of the labor force which is currently not employed and looking for employment, is an important indicator of labor market health. According to the PLFS data, the unemployment rate in the state is 2018 and 19 was 8.3%. The state is also performing well in the terms of jobs. Overall, 27% of employed persons in the state have a salaried job. This is higher than the national average of 23.8%. Dimensions of human development are analyzed by examining the top 3 and the bottom 3 districts of the regions in Telangana. Rangareddy and Hyderabad have been at the top in all dimensions and all years. Khammam is at the 3rd place among the top districts with 5 times recurrence. Mehboob has been at the bottom with 12 reckonings, and other 2 bottom districts are Adilabad 8 times and Nizamabad 7 times. Rangareddy and Hyderabad districts have been among the top, although are in the most of the counts. Mehboob and Adilabad have remained at the bottom all through in the most of the counts. Regional disparities have been found to be glaring as compared to the human development indices of the regions. Variation of the regions in the indices within the state averages with the ranks of the regions along with the score points, and also the top 3 and the bottom 3 districts of the regions in all the development indices over the period of the study. It can be summed up that they are intra-regional disparities in the districts lag behind. Rest of the Telangana districts are far behind the metropolis sub-regions. Within a region, human development centers on a few districts.